Hello friends, welcome back to the Crafty Maven Getaway. I am here for Art Party Friday today, and I am going to create a fun mixed media layout for you guys. So I'm going to begin with white cardstock, and that's the photo I'm going to use. It's a photo of me and my boyfriend. It's a very pretty picture that we took in Lake Tahoe. This was 2 years ago now, on a vacation that we went on, and it's just really pretty because we're in the forest and there's all these trees, so it's a very pretty whimsical photo. So I did print it in black and white. Now what I did is I took this stamp set. This is a Heidi Swap stamp set, and I just used two of the little phrases in the stamp set, and I just kind of stamped them in the shape of a tree, sort of. The tree to the left, obviously I didn't stamp all the way through because my photo is going to go over that, so I didn't really need to stamp it out all the way, but you kind of get the idea. So I'm following the mood board for this week. It's beautiful. It's very neutral, greens and grays and browns, so very neutral mood board. And I am going to kind of use that green as sort of the main color here on my page. So I'm just going to color in these trees. You can see I'm just kind of coloring very messy, not really any rhyme or reason, just kind of mixing a bunch of greens and sort of teal colors. And like a lighter aqua color, which is in the mood board as well. So just mixing up a bunch of green colors here, and I'm just coloring in the trees basically just to get pretty watercolor look. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to add some splatters with the same brush and just using a couple of the colors that I'm using to color in the trees here. So I went ahead and did that. Now I realized I needed a little tree stump there at the bottom, which is really unnecessary because I end up covering that. So I really didn't need that. So I'm going to end up coloring the tree stumps in brown just with some watercolor. These are just inexpensive watercolors, by the way. These are, no, I kid you, these are the American Crafts watercolors, which I purchased that Tuesday morning. So I just pulled them out, and I really hadn't played with them too much, so I just pulled them out and decided to try to play with them a little bit. So I thought about adding some white, but it really wasn't doing much, so I just kind of scratched that. By the way, the ink that I used to stamp the trees is the little dewdrop inks. It's a brown ink by Memento, and it takes the watercolor very well. It doesn't really smear. So I decided to do some black splatters as well. I like the addition of black. So I went ahead and did that, and I do some bigger splatters and some smaller ones, and just I like the mix of the bigger splatters and the smaller splatters as well. And I do some splatters over the trees as well, and since the trees are so wet, that India ink is going to kind of seep in and then kind of create this cool effect on the trees. I'm just blotting that all with a paper towel here. And once that's dry, I put my picture on. I just added a few layers of tracing paper behind my photo. It kind of works the same way as vellum, only it's thinner, so it's easier to rip. And I just did a couple of torn layers of tracing paper. I did add some foam to the back of my layout. I'm going to add these flare badges. These we got on the Spiegel Mom Scraps design team last month. It was my last month with them, and we got these for a product swap that we did with Accent Scrapbooking, and I'll have them linked below so you guys can check them out. But we did do a product swap, and they have some really fun flare badges, so I decided to add those because I didn't use this set, so I decided to add them to this layout because the colors went well. So I'm going to use this cut file. I had this sitting on my desk, and I thought, you know what, let me try this over the tree, and I like how it looked, so I just left it. And these are just little sprigs, and I think these are just from the Silhouette Studio. And I had cut them out at some point because I really like to add these to my layouts as little accent pieces, so I thought I would add that in there as well. And I like how that looks over the tree. So I brought out these cork chevrons, which are from Spiegel Mom Scraps, and I thought about adding them kind of pointing to my picture and to the tree, but I'm actually going to use them as a tree stump. So I'm going to not use them on top. I'm going to just use them as a tree stump. And I really like how that looks as well. And then I bring out this fresh, and my title is really supposed to be Fresh Air, although I forgot to add the air in, but I will go back and add the air in with some little tiny letter stickers. But yeah, that Fresh I got, that's from Heidi Swapp, and it's a gold acetate piece, and I got that in a in the My Creative Scrapbook February kit that I worked with. So I did receive that piece in there, and I had it left over, so I used it for this. It was perfect. And then I'm adding some gold Heidi Shine all over my layout as well, because since I have the gold title, I thought that was perfect. And then I'm going to bring in yet another another Heidi Swapp product. That piece of pattern paper in the background is from Heidi Swapp. So I've got a Heidi Swapp pattern paper, a Heidi Swapp stamp, and a Heidi Swapp acetate word. So lots of Heidi on this page. So yeah, so I'm just going to use that to mat that whole layout, and I really like how that turns out. I love to add a border around a page. I think it just finishes off a layout really nicely. So yeah, once I've decided to do that, then I just wanted to add a couple more colors there in the center of that tree there, because it was looking a little bit, since I added the lighter color, the lighter teal in there, or the lighter turquoise color, I wanted to add some more color in there. So that's just what I'm doing here, and just trying to get a little bit more of that sort of teal and darker green color in there. And that is going to complete my layout. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. Make sure you subscribe to the Crafty Maven Getaway and check out our Facebook group, which will be linked below. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will see you guys next time in my next video. Bye!